Good morning, Derek. Good morning, Mark. Derek, good show last night. Real good show last night. Way to go, you guys. You guys have some really neat content and a lot of authenticity. Very authentic. It was really nice to hear from Laura. Right, Derek? No one's beating you. The only one that can beat you here is Billy D when he's up to it. Good morning, HB. Good show last night. Good show. Good morning, Ronnie and Cleany. Good morning, Derek and Mello. Jamaica Mon. Jesse girl, good morning. Zozo, you're there. Laura, you were divine in the show last night. No, I'm feeling pretty good this morning, Mark. I feel pretty good. Good morning, Nippy and Toucan. And good morning, RX and Ray Cook. Good morning, Niffy. Good morning to Carrie. Good morning. Nerdster, good show last night. Trenty the Trenty Trenterson. No, Laura, I learned more about you last night. It was, what a wonderful lady you are. It was so nice of you to be forthcoming and talk to us about you and what's going on. Next time, let's see your face a little bit more. You were like in the shadows. Was that on purpose, Laura? Did you keep it shadowy on purpose? Good morning, you guys. Good morning. Great, good morning. If you guys haven't been checking out Mystic Journeys Church, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it was just the lighting. That's what I was figuring, Laura. Still saw plenty of you. But I would have loved to see those pretty eyes. Guys, she has some of the prettiest eyes. Just for those of you that haven't met her in person. Good morning, everybody. Mystic Journeys Church on YouTube. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I recommend that you guys go check them out. Nerdy, I hope you have her on more often too. That was really neat. I don't know how you guys do it. I don't know how you do the 4 boxes with all the different heads in it. You guys have the technical stuff. You guys are good at that. Pops has to show pictures of somebody on another phone. HP is saying if anybody else is interested. HB says if anyone else is interested, get a hold of them and maybe jump on one of the shows with them. It was very, very entertaining / informative. Good job. Good job. Oh, it does. There's like a nerdy, so it's like a subscription situation. Is that what you're saying? You have some kind of a service that you dial into, and then you can do those kind of technical manipulations. You use Restream. Okay, it's a software you use. That is already clicking to make a little more sense. Excuse me. I was wondering how you did it. It's really cool. Excuse me. Yeah. Very professional looking. Very professional looking. Good morning, you guys. Good morning to everybody. 30 people, 17 likes. Good morning, B. Hendricks. B. I got that donation you sent me last week. Thank you. That was kind of you. Good morning. Good morning, you guys. Thank you, Toucan. They tasted delicious, by the way. I also, Toucan, I saw your email. I'll answer it after the show today. Good morning, everybody. 34 people, 23 likes. Get me to 26 likes, and I'll get started this morning. So this Friday on Mystic Journeys Church, they're going to be doing agreement number 4. And then Saturday's riffing with HB. And he's covering 3 doors down. I'm not familiar with that group. I'm honestly not familiar with 3 doors. I've heard of it. Probably even heard a song or two. But the only 3 that I know of is Three Dog Night. Oh, Captain Obvious, you can probably watch it in their video file, though. It was a good show. Who remembers Three Dog Night? Do you guys remember Three Dog Night? That band from back in the 70s? Do you guys remember why they're named Three Dog Night? I'll have to look that up, Carrie. Do you guys remember Three Dog Night? Where did their name come from? Joe, I'll look at it later today. I gotta check out 3 Doors Down. Jeremiah was a bullfrog, wasn't he? Do you guys know where the name Three Dog Night came from? No, Aaron, that's not the reason. Close, no. Three Dog Night. A dog night depends on how cold it is. There you go, RX. The colder it is, the more dogs you need at night. So up in Alaska, a 3 dog night is considered pretty darn cold. You gotta sleep with this, you gotta get the dogs in the bed with you. You know, the sled pulling dogs. There you go, Riff. 3 dog night. The colder it is, the more dogs you need. Niffer has a 1 goat night. I have a 1 dog night every night of the year. My little guy won't stay out of my bed. I try to put him in a bed next to my bed. I tried to teach him, no, you have your own bed. And he'd lay there and stare at you and moan. And then the minute you fall asleep, somehow he knew. I'd wake up, there he is, snuggled next to me. I'm like, dude, I was trying to train you to stay in your own bed. I gave up. And now I'm addicted to him. Yep. Now I'm like, come on, we're going to bed. Come on. We're going to bed now. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Give me 5 people that thought that the Tea with Pops show yesterday was a pretty darn good one. I was still motivated late in the afternoon. There was so much kindness shown to Jolie and her pup. So much kindness shown. And I was bubbling in the kindness, but then I also looked at the intellectual virtue that Captain Obvious brought to the show. Just, she really knows her stuff, but there's no know-it-all in her. And it seems like, and I shouldn't even say seems, she's clearly into it, not just to make money, but to help. And that in and of itself is a, what a virtue. What a virtue. It reminded me yesterday, pick anything that's important to you. Anything that you can be passionate about, and you can turn it into a vehicle of service. Anything. I like to teach, and I like to grow mushrooms. So we do what we can to turn those into vehicles of service. We're not doing them for attention. Captain Obvious did not do that yesterday for personal attention. She was downloading information for the benefit of others. Service. And you guys, any of us can do that. We recommend that she have her own show. I think she would get quite a following. I truly believe that. She would get quite a following and be able to help a multitude of people. Across the planet, like she mentioned, Tea with Crew is. Or Tea with Pops is. You know, we're across the planet. So I recommend, I would follow her too, Lynette. I would follow it too. I would subscribe. So think about that. So Captain Obvious, you don't have to do makeup all the time. You're beautiful probably without it. I wouldn't doubt it. And then you can always go for the old sunglasses look. You know what I mean? Make sunglasses the look. People would be going, what's going on behind those glasses? I get you though. Sometimes I'm too lazy to comb my hair. Just get a hat. Hat day. Good morning. And you don't have to do it every day either. You don't have to do it every day, or just do, you know, once a week where people know when it is. And just do your thing. But you have a lot to offer. A lot. And I wish more people knew about it. Knew about what you're out there doing. I have a lot to learn. I started to look into a little bit more about digital currency as of yesterday. Okay, nerdy. Nerdy. You're so handsome, you better not put a bag on your head. Nerdy, you're looking good lately. You know who's looking really good? I'll tell you who looks real good is Derek Anderson. Derek, keep doing what you're doing with your physicality. Right, Laura? We need to learn more. Keep doing what you're doing, Derek. It's showing. You're beautiful. You're a beautiful man. And then there's HB. There's HB. HB, the only thing that I want to know, there's no pressure. I've never seen you without a hat on, without a beanie or a head covering. And I bet you're a handsome young man. Don't get me wrong. But one of these days, I'm gonna see you without a head covering. No pressure. It's your signature look. That's true. Woz thinks you're covering up a halo. It's possible. It's very possible. You've worn one since I was a kid. I'm going to make a video on it because people keep asking. Oh, so I'm not alone. Okay. Derek's saying, HB, just smile a touch more. Ah, he does get serious, but that's because he believes what he's doing. He's emphatic about it. Kennishley. I'm in the United States. I'm in Detroit, Michigan. Where are you? Where are you? HB won best smile in school. Nerdy has heard the beanie story. Okay. Well, you're going to have to... Kennishley is in Kenya, you guys. Would you say hello to Kennishley? All the way from Kenya. Captain Obvious, you do too. You inspire people too. Kennishley. I like the name. Good morning. Kennishley. When you see chocolate donuts in the comment section here, those are meant for you. When there's somebody new joins us and is in here for the first time, we throw chocolate donuts at them. Okay? It's just what we do. We never throw white powder donuts at them though. Never. And it's out of respect for Pops because they know it's a trigger for Pops' old cocaine addiction. Okay? I race past the donut aisle. No, I can't look over there. So all of those Kennishley, all of those donuts are for you. The white powdered donuts, stay away. That's so silly. So Kennishley is a songwriter and a singer. Thank you for being here this morning. 37 people, 33 likes. Little housekeeping, tiny bit of housekeeping. Yesterday, we asked for donations to a raffle for to put some money together to help out Jolie, Cyber Jolie, little dog Kimber. Well, Cyber Jolie can't be here this morning. She wrote to me early this morning and said she has a long-awaited appointment, doctor's appointment, that she's going to at 9 today. So she isn't here today, but that's because of a doctor's appointment. And in a way it's okay because we're going to put off till tomorrow the drawing for the raffle. And that still gives you a chance if you're interested. No pressure. If you're interested, you can Cash App Pops at what is it? $, Pop Shrooms 1911, and that'll enter you into the raffle. I have some really great news. I started out saying I'm going to offer an ounce to anybody that wins the raffle. Then, piggybacked on top of that, Green Table Gardens came in and said, Greenie, and he said, Pops, I want to offer an ounce of the smoke 'em if you got 'em category. Cannabis. So now there's going to be also an ounce of cannabis in the drawing. So at least 2 winners. Then, yesterday afternoon, I get an email from one of you people here. I'm not allowed to tell who because the person said, Pops, please don't tell my name. I want this to be an anonymous gift, which is beautiful. And there's another ounce on the table of more supplemental supplements. Shroomage. So now we have 2 ounces of shroomage, and we have another ounce of cannabis that are going to all be available at the raffle. So if you don't win the first spin, you might win the second spin. If you don't win the second, you might win the third. So we've got at least 3 products coming. And isn't that beautiful, Derek? That's what I was saying. I was basking in the kindness and the generosity of you guys all day yesterday. It kept coming. It kept flowing, as we would say in the world of the Tao. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? People just volunteering to give. And we're using this platform here for that. Right? A public service announcement from Herbie, one of our two amazing moderators. We do our best not to discuss politics here or religion. Even though it leaks out of pops every once in a while, I accidentally stray into the politics. Usually I'm only saying it to make a point or bring up something about humanity or something like that. But this is not a political channel. This is not a religious channel. If that's in your interest for you, there's plenty of other places that you can go. Usually you won't find a very balanced show though. My experience has been, usually if it's a political show, it's one-sided. Usually if it's a religious show, it's all about that religion and it isn't inclusive unless you talk about Mystic Journeys Church. They're pretty all-inclusive. So we avoid talking about stuff that could ultimately be divisive, even though I blow it sometimes. Even though I blow it. Our goal, our aim, is certainly not to be divisive in any way. We want to be all-inclusive, including friends from Kenya. Right? Hey, if you remember, go ahead and go to your... Derek Anderson says, Mystic Journeys Church is religion redefined by you. I love it. I love it. But I love you guys. I love what we're doing here. Hey, go to your chat options, if you haven't already, and change it from talk chat to live chat. And if you do that, you'll see all of the comments. If you didn't know. I didn't know for a while. I turn on my computer, I turn on YouTube, it automatically defaults to talk chat. So what we want to do, LM Tribs, good morning. What do you think is evil, LM Tribs? I'll listen to what you think is evil. You go ahead in one comment. Nippy finds her religion in her garden. I love it. That's beautiful, Greenie. Thank you. So no, Greenie, what'll happen is we're going to be doing separate drawings tomorrow to begin the show tomorrow. Oh, well, thank you, LM Tribs. I don't take that personal. And don't delete that message. He has a right to his opinion. And I want you to know, I wish you didn't delete it. He has a right to his opinion. Okay? And what we want to do is show him that we don't take those kind of things personal. And we might even change his mind. His or her mind. So yeah, Greenie, we're going to be doing separate drawings, and then tomorrow, yours will be one of the drawings. Okay? No, I don't categorize myself in the evil category. I just don't. I'm not perfect, but I'm getting holier every day. My level of holiness. I know I am. I feel it every day. Okay? The purpose of the channel is to share and to teach. Share and try to build a connective community that's founded on kindness. And I like what HB says. We laugh, we love, we learn. We laugh, we love, we learn. LM Tribs, I'm not going to get into those conversations with you. I'm not looking to have a debate. You have an opinion and we'll respect it and move on from there. Okay? Different subject. Okay. So, let me read a quick article to you. LM Tribs, I'm not sure what your game is, but it's okay. We're going to give him one more shot. If you got to keep it up, bro, you can go find another place to play. Okay? We're giving you a chance to calm down out there. Okay? No, Patrick, I don't have a website. We just do this here, and then if anybody ever needs to reach me personally, they can email me. And I give out an email. I have an email that's called the Detroit Mush Lab at gmail.com. Okay? Justin says this is a playground, not a hate ground. Okay? All right, LM Tribs, go ahead and block him. We gave him a minute, but when he starts calling the platform a problem, we're good to go. Actually, I'd just like to prefer to block him now. All right, we were 3 strikes and you're out. Get out. And not in a mean get out. Come on back sometime when you're... Actually, don't block. Just delete the message, put them on a timeout, and then see if it calms down. Okay? So people can be people are people. 4 months, huh? Heard. And the first thing he does is jump on and call people evil. You can call me evil, but don't call my group evil. Okay? Don't calling my group evil, man. Okay? Douchebaggery. Oh, we're not making fun of anybody, please. Okay. TBI, traumatic brain injury. Read this story twice if you've ever bumped your noggin. People with traumatic brain injuries are self-medicating with psychedelics, and most of them feel better. Is that right, Classic? I'm sorry about that. And most of them feel better. We're beyond antidotes now. The data comes from a large global survey which offers the largest snapshot yet of TBI survivors experimenting with psychedelics outside of clinical settings. Of the 6,000 plus survey responses, researchers zoomed in on the 145 people who sustained TBIs and were using psychedelics to manage their symptoms. Psilocybin was the popular choice. And users rated its effectiveness at 64 out of 100 for symptom relief. Now, 64 in grades sounds like an F, right? But 64 is way better than 0. 64% of the people found symptom relief from the use of psilocybin. Respondents were treating everything from memory and concentration to headaches and fatigue to depression and anxiety. The people managing mood symptoms reported the highest relief. Interestingly, those with higher self-professed knowledge about psychedelics reported better outcomes. That tells us one of two things. Either A, intention matters nearly as much as the substance itself, or B, expectancy effects are at play. You expect an effect and you receive it. Also, about 10% said no psychedelics helped at all. Magic mushrooms exist, but magic bullets do not. Go mushrooms. Go mushrooms. Now, we just said there's no politics talked about here, but maybe we do talk about politics, only in terms of how the legalization end of psychedelics is where we go. Flashback to October. The FDA boss, Marty McCary, has promised to fast-track certain drugs, addressing large unmet medical needs. But he's only got a handful of vouchers to go around. Surely a psychedelic will make the cut, right? What could be more pressing than the depression epidemic that's crippling America? The list drops and nope, a psychedelic didn't make the cut to get a voucher. A ketamine manufacturer made it, but not one new psychedelic medicine did. Now we kind of know why. Kind of. Trump administration officials apparently vetoed the FDA's plan to prioritize Compass Pathways synthetic psilocybin. McCary had presented 10 drugs, not 9, for the commissioner's National Priority Voucher Program, which trims the FDA's review timeline by nearly a year. So if you could get into this group, the timeline for approval is trimmed by over a year. 9 different groups made it, but none of them were a psychedelic group. Hours before the announcement, though, his superiors at the HHS axed Compass from the lineup. We don't know who specifically vetoed Comp 360, but we'd be shocked to find out it was RFK Jr., considering how loudly and proudly he's championed psychedelics. Maybe Maha and the White House aren't exactly seeing eye to eye. Anyways, Compass is still expected to be the next company to submit a psychedelic for FDA review, and a decision could come later this year. Patience is a virtue. Let's talk about, this is interesting. Once or twice a month, we talk about the business, the investment side of psychedelics. Once or twice a month. I thought today would be a good day for that. Okay? According to investors, the best psychedelic stocks to buy in 2026. We talked a lot about digital currency yesterday. Today we're going to talk about psychedelic stocks. Psychedelics have gone from a counterculture fad of the 1960s to mainstream medicine in the 2020s. Quite a few psychedelic pharmaceutical companies are developing drugs that follow the legal, regulatory pathway to approval. Hallucinogens, including psilocybin, are showing considerable promise in treating illnesses such as depression and even schizophrenia. Whether you call them magic mushrooms, shroom stocks, or psilocybin stocks, psychedelic stocks are hot right now. Let's explore 5 of the best publicly traded psychedelic companies on the market today. Is this interesting to you? Would you like me to name the 5? Who's interested in this? I get fascinated by it because guess what? Where the money goes, follow. Follow the money. And just the fact that there are stocks now. These are people on the NASDAQ. Like, this stuff's getting real, people. This stuff is getting real. Okay? Mystic Journeys Church is one of less than 500 psychedelic churches in the U.S. That's interesting. You guys, are you actually getting categorized as a church? Are you nonprofit and lining up in that situation with Mystic Journeys Church? I didn't even know about that. Psychedelic stocks are simply healthcare stocks focused on the use of hallucinogens. That's neat, HB. That is neat. You guys are a legit church. Amazing. Legit. Done all the paperwork and everything, huh? That's beautiful. They're a church. And they have ministers. We can watch all three of them Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at night. Psychedelic stocks are simply Zato Chi. I don't know who that is. I don't know who Eric Lenscher is. Anyways, because the area is fairly new, most of these companies have relatively low market capitalizations. However, many are growing rapidly. Top 5, here they are. Number 1, Derek Anderson knew this one. Atai Beckley. They're on the NASDAQ. Their market capitalization right now, $1.4 billion. Number 1, Compass Pathways, PLC. They're on the NASDAQ. $605.8 million market capitalization. Current. Cybin, spelled C-Y-B-I-N. $323.8 million capitalization. Wait for this one. Definium Therapeutics. They're on the NASDAQ. $1.7 billion market capitalization. GH Research. $939.7 million. GH Research. Derek Anderson's all over it. Amazing. Atai Beckley, Compass Pathways, Cybin, Definium Therapeutics, GH Research. Do some of your own research and see if you got an extra $50, $25, who cares? An extra couple of dollars laying around. Drop it into one of these companies, sit back and wait until the year 2030 and see what's going to happen. I've been predicting this for 4 years now, that by the year 2030, 70%, this is my number, my prediction, 70% of the mental health care therapeutic modalities for treating depression, anxiety, and PTSD, those 3 things, I'm forecasting 70% of the therapeutic modalities will include some form of a psychedelic hallucinogen. And not to the degree where they hallucinate. It'll probably be down at the microdose level. It's too effective. We know that personally. Those of us that have experienced a change in ourselves, a drop of our depression scores, our anxiety lessening, our creativity flowing, our neuroplasticity increasing. I mean, I'm firing on all cylinders now. Whatever cylinders I have left. And what a better emotional state you're at. And this is just from a small little 100 to 200 milligram dose, 2 out of 3 days a month. Say 20 days a month and 10 days off. I don't call them magic mushrooms. I don't like that term personally because it's too much of a connotation, a tie back to the 60s when they were calling it magic mushrooms and they outlawed everything. Schedule 3, the stuff. I'm not down for magic mushrooms. I'm down for medical mushrooms. I'm down to call it medical. That's why I'm involved. If it was just because we're all tripping, there would be other things that I would be interested in. But to know that what we're doing, what I'm doing, what we're doing is benefiting humanity is so exhilarating that it keeps me up at night. Well, I'm up at night because I'm taking care of my tubs, but there's no doubt Zata cheat. No doubt it's a fun, but magic isn't magic kind of fake? Isn't magic trickery in general? You know, I watch these magicians, how did they do that? Well, they tricked me. The lady didn't really get cut in half. She really didn't. I want to tell you. For those of you who think that they really cut her in half, magic. Okay. Enough said. Raffle tomorrow. We have at least 3 items that we're giving away. Okay? Classic, that's okay. You guys, I'm not, again, this is just me on my own little issue of calling something magic and tying it to mushrooms. I don't want to say I'm involved with magic mushrooms. I'm involved with medical mushrooms. But again, perfectly okay to say whatever you want. Okay? And I'm not judging one way or another. I'm talking about the vocabulary that I choose to use. Okay? But you guys are right. The magic is real. I guess it all depends on how you define magic, right? Whenever I think of magic, I think of the people on stage doing magic tricks. Okay? So, but I like what Herbie just said. Our community is magic. Jesus Christ, is his mushrooms can walk on water. Oh, Jesus. You're good for at least 1 a day, bro. My mushroom is bigger than your mushroom. Oh, Jesus Christ, in Australia says his magic. His mushrooms can walk on water. You're hilarious, broster. Okay, let's do the Tao. Okay, let's do the Tao. You guys ready? Let's get with it. I'm in the 45th verse of the Tao Te Ching. Okay? It's a beautiful, beautiful verse. Let's study it together. I spent a couple hours just really diving into this one last night. I looked at some other resources. I was looking at poetry that lines up with this. I read about 3 different versions of the Tao Te Ching. The verse is the same, but different authors have different sort of interpretations of this verse. And so I took notes and I spent some time with this so I could be prepared for today. The 45th verse says, "The greatest perfection seems imperfect, and yet its use is inexhaustible. The greatest fullness seems empty, and yet its use is endless. Great straightness seems twisted. Great intelligence seems stupid. Great eloquence seems awkward. Great truth seems false. And great discussion seems silent. Activity conquers cold. Inactivity conquers heat. Stillness and tranquility set things in order in the universe. I love that Lao Tzu, the author of these verses, uses such paradoxical ways to teach. I love that. There's such a paradox being the exact opposite of the other thing. For example, when he says great straightness seems twisted, intelligence seems stupid. Those are paradoxes. I love paradoxical teaching because at first it doesn't make sense and you just want to close the book. And that's the challenge. Don't close the book. Rightly divide. What does that mean? What is he saying? How can I interpret that? This verse subtly asks you to view the world with new eyes. Most likely you've been conditioned to evaluate just about everything with a cursory and fleeting glance. In the world, we just look at stuff and we make a decision. We make a cursory glance and we can make an instant judgment. Isn't that true? Instant judgment, and we've been trained to those glances. Oh yeah, I look at it, that's what that means. And then you move on to your next judgment. And we've been trained to look at the world through eyes of the world. What if we looked at the world through the eyes of nature? Please delete YHH's comment. We don't need that kind of talk here. Okay? We're just going to delete your comment. We're not going to block you yet, but be observant. Read the room. Read the room, bro. Okay? And we block inappropriate comments. Lao Tzu is asking you to stop seeing through your ego-dominated culture and to instead begin noticing the still and tranquil, invisible space within everything. When you go beyond superficialities, you become aware that what used to look imperfect and empty and awkward or even stupid now appears perfect and full and eloquent and intelligent. When we take the time to look at it through a different lens, a different eye, that's when we see it's actually the other way around. Your previous way of thinking about the world told you it's full of imperfections. The people in your life should be different. Politicians should be aligned with your values. The weather should be more consistent, a little more reliable. The multitudes should be more peaceful. Young people should study harder. Older people should be more tolerant. The assessments are relentlessly endless, and they're all based on the teachings that you've adopted. While they may seem sensible and correct, these views are simply the result of only what looks on the surface to exist. Hold on a minute, the Tao Te Ching seems to say. Try looking at it this way. What seems to be imperfect has perfection. What seems empty and false has profound spiritual truth supporting it. The paradox here is evident. Hunger does exist in the world as an element of the perfection of the Tao. And the desire to help those who are starving is also part of that perfection. You're being asked not to label what you see as imperfect, stupid, or empty, but rather look for the stillness and the tranquility within that you can bring to these superficial appearances. Don't automatically buy or allow to be worn the label that the world taught you, or your religion, or your culture. Go deeper. Take the time to understand the world through a different set of eyes. It takes practice, but it's growth. When you refrain from engaging in judgments based solely on looks, you become an instrument for change. Can I say that to you again? When you refrain from engaging in judgments based solely on looks, you paradoxically become an instrument for change. Who here wants to be an instrument for change? Oh, I do. I do. Not only, excuse me, not only do I want to be an instrument for change, I personally want to change. I'm not real happy with the old Pops. He wasn't that great of a situation. He really wasn't. I didn't do harm. Well, I did when I was dealing drugs. I wasn't harming the planet. But I was looking out for number one. Me. Me. I don't want to look out for number one too much. I want to look out for everybody. I want to be an instrument of change. And in order to do that, I can't live like I used to. I can't see things like I used to. I have to see things different now. I have to have a new set of values. Study the opening line of this verse. What seems perfect, imperfect, is nevertheless inexhaustible. What seems empty is endless. Imagine a pitcher out of which you could pour delicious iced tea without ever having to refill it. Impossible, you say. Yet that's precisely what the Tao does. It's pouring tea out of its pitcher inexhaustibly every day. It never, ever runs out. It never has and it never will. It cannot be exhausted. You are asked to be like this. Inexhaustible, always full, Tao. Be non-judgmental. Be still. And above all, be tranquil. Let the world and all of its creations unfold while you remain constant with the invisibleness that allows it all to take place. Allow whatever you feel deep within you in that quiet and peaceful space to guide you in the direction that is your true destiny. You have these beautiful gifts inside you. Amazing gifts. Each of us have our own individual gifts. We watched a beautiful lady yesterday with an amazing gift, not only for communication, but to study and to be able to download to the average brain This whole concept of digital currency. And she's taking that gift from deep inside of her and sharing it. You all have something, whether it's you're a gardener, whether it's your you guys know stuff very few other people know. You have an inexhaustible supply of your own knowledge. Be sharing it. Recently, I attended a talk by Ram Dass, who had a stroke in 1997 that impacted his speech. He still spends almost all of his waking moments in a wheelchair, and his lecture lasts approximately 45 minutes. He received a standing ovation at the end, and I personally felt so blessed and blissful just for having been in the audience. There are some people who might have only seen superficialities. To them, the lecture might have seemed halting and slow because of the stroke, and might even judged it as embarrassing or even intellectually challenging. Much of my dear friend's speech on stage was accompanied by embarrassing moments. I lost my place. It appeared awkward in comparison to his earlier speeches, which were always masterful and eloquent. But as I sit here writing, I can only say that because I changed the way I looked at this experience, the entire thing changed me in a very dramatic way. While Ram Dass's words were few, his message was straightforward and direct. What might have appeared as unintelligible to others struck me as brilliance masked by circumstance. What could have been viewed as fumbling was articulate and perfect in its way. I heard a great presentation to a loving, receptive crowd that was done largely between long periods of luscious silence. Sometimes we really do judge the delivery. That's the surface. We judge the deliverer. That's the surface. It's in between. It's in between where the real beauty lies. That's where the fullness is. The person that just annoys you, in between, there's no annoyance. You're focused on the wrong part of that person, of the beautiful humanity. People that are annoying sometimes know they are. They can't help it sometimes. You can help them by not focusing on the annoyance, but focus on the goodness instead. Throughout this lecture, all of the audience members and I remained still and tranquil. As Lao Tzu says in the conclusion of the verse, set things in order in our universe. I can feel the presence of Lao Tzu here this morning in my room, in my kitchen, at my kitchen table. I can, 2,500 years ago, and he's present here today. It's amazing. He was present during my study last night. He seems to be urging me. And teaching me how to apply great wisdom. I'm not wise yet, but I'm being taught how to apply wisdom. See imperfections as perfect, even if your ego mind cannot comprehend this. That is so heavy, you guys. The world's taught us what perfect looks like and what imperfect looks like, and we're buying it. According to the real wisdom, everything is perfect. Try those eyes on. Who wants to look through those eyes? Give me 5 people. Give me 5 people. See imperfections as perfect, even if your ego mind can't comprehend it. Ego minds. I don't get it. I don't get everything. But I'm refocusing with a different set of eyes. I want to see everything as perfect. Become aware of those conditioned responses that cause you to label people, places, and circumstances as less than perfect. You've been conditioned to that response. You're a Pavlov dog answering the bell to dinner. We are. The world conditioned us, our culture conditioned us, our religion conditioned us, our politics conditioned us to see the world as less than perfect. I challenge that view today. The peace and tranquility that comes from a new view is everything is perfect, even if I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't understand the sun. I don't understand how that burning ball of energy can stay burning for the billions of years that it does, and it doesn't blow up, and I don't understand it. I don't understand vitamin D. But it's perfect. I don't understand tides and currents and waves. But they're perfect. I don't understand a deer's life. I don't understand a grizzly bear going to sleep, or a bear sleeping through winter. I don't get it. But it's perfect. Because I want to see it through the eyes of nature, the Tao, versus those that I was taught since I was a little boy. He's good, she's bad. He's ugly, she's not. That one's smart, that one's dumb. Ew, blah, blah. Fame, fortune, greed. Become aware of these conditioned responses. They're going to come up today. You're going to get a response. You're going to look at something. You're making an instant judgment, instant label. It's natural. It's not natural. It's programmed into you. Babies don't do that. Babies don't do that. They haven't been programmed yet. To them, everything is awe. Isn't that amazing? They don't look at somebody and say, you're annoying, you're a pain, you're a this, you're a that. They don't. They're looking through the eyes of perfection. I want to be more like that. This author says, as I watched my children grow up, for instance, there were many times when their challenging behavior at a certain age was really a kind of brilliance. For example, I observed them refusing to eat certain nutritious foods, knowing that they needed to go through these phases in order to reach higher places. An adamant refusal to eat vegetables isn't stupid or twisted thinking. It was perfect and necessary for them at the time. You can apply the same type of patient stillness to your world, inch by inch, look by look. There's another side to everything that we've labeled. Find it. Look at it from that side. I take that back. There are no sides. Don't take a side. Don't look at a side. Look at the wholeness. See, I'm already programmed to take a side. I was never programmed to look at the wholeness of everything. The wholeness of a being. I was programmed. Judge them real quick. You like them, that's okay. You don't like them, make fun of them. Badger them, bully them. Ostracize them. Divide them out. You're going to heaven, you're going to hell. One of history's greatest mystical thinkers, Meister Eckhart, poetically put this several centuries ago. Every object, every creature, every man, woman, and child has a soul, and it is the destiny for all to see as God sees, to know as God knows, to feel as God feels, to be as God is. That's our true destiny. Harken back to last week's, we had a lesson about zipping our lip a little bit more, a lot more. And the idea is that the voice of God is silence. The voice of God is silence. Out of silence, I can't make a judgment. If I practice the voice of God, I didn't put a label on something. And even if I did mentally, it goes away because I didn't back it up with a physical manifestation of it through my words in my mouth. Drop the labels, guys. Drop the insta-judge. Paradoxically, look at it the other way around. Give yourself permission to be perfect, even with all of your seeming imperfections. Give yourself permission. See yourself more perfectly. Speak more with the words of God, the voice of God. Speak more silence. The trees don't talk to me. The wind doesn't talk to me. The sun doesn't say a word to me. But every one of them are good for me. Bring me wholeness. Recognize yourself first and foremost as a creation of God. That's your perfection. It has nothing to do with how you look. or your so-called mistakes and failures, those things that you've attached to yourself, even though these superficialities will continue through your entire lifetime, the source of your material self, the eternal Tao, is flawless. It's straight and it's full. And it's the expression of truth. When those ways that you've been taught are imperfect, when those ways that you've been taught are imperfect, appear and notice the pain you're causing yourself by disliking yourself and or judging yourself, disliking others, judging others. You were taught that. That isn't nature. The Tao is perfect. It does not have faults. When you surround yourself with love, the superficial appearance and feeling of being unloved will dissipate. You will become tranquil. The mystical poet Rumi has this short observation. You are the truth. From foot to brow. Now, what else would you like to know? Oh my gosh. Carry that one around today. You, all of you, are truth. From foot to brow. Now, what else would you like to know? Make a list of 10 things you've labeled as imperfect, twisted, or stupid. Then take one at a time and elicit the feeling in your body that's attached to that item. Observe the sensation. Do this for as long as you're comfortable, and then allow the Tao to become present. Remember as you do this exercise that the Tao is non-judgmental, and it provides equally to all. You can take the sunshine and bask in it, or you can burn yourself to a crisp. The Tao just is, and it doesn't care. You are the truth from foot to brow. Now, what else would you like to know? We have to change our perspective, guys. Run from the world's points of view. Run. Flee. Run to nature. Run to the Tao. Run to non-judgmental. Run to no labels. Run back to the baby you were. Start looking at the world back through your baby eyes. Everything around you has elements of perfection in it. No matter what you were taught. The teacher, teachers, system was wrong. And you know it. You know it. Give me 5 people that say, I know that I was taught wrong. I know I was taught wrong. We're not responsible if it's not our fault. But once we get an awareness, we have a responsibility. I was taught wrong. I'm actually a perfect being. Just the way I am. I have flaws and stuff, but those are part of my perfection. Isn't that amazing? Even the little goofy stuff about me. the stuff I don't like, the age spots that I'm getting and all that. It's part of my perfection. What a beautiful way to live. Instead of being mad at my spots and going and buying makeup and all that anti-aging cream and all that business because, the advertisers tell me I don't look good. You know what? I look perfect. See these little imperfections? They're perfect for me. What a different way to live. What a different way to live. And I'm just learning how to live this life. So I'm not an expert yet. I'm not an expert yet. But I'm not a middling scholar anymore. I'm on my way to mastery. You know why? Because I'm practicing. I'm practicing. We had a lady here yesterday. Mastery. She's on her way to, if not already there, mastery to understanding digital coins, digital currency, because she's practicing. Be practicing. Look through the eyes that you were born with, not the eyes that you were taught to see through. Okay? You guys have a beautiful day. Thank you for listening to me today. I appreciate each and every one of you. The kindness is overwhelming. I was overwhelmed for most of the day yesterday. Just as kindness poured in, and everything was that we were doing exhibited kindness. And I just wanted to stay in it like a warm bath. I love you guys. I love that you give me a chance. I study now because I want to be a workman who rightly divides truth. And then I feel led to share what I think I understand. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. I'm going to close with the 4 agreements. Be impeccable with your word and the things that you do. Be careful. You have so much power. You have the power to see things perfectly and talk about them as they're perfect. Or you have the power to label and judge. You have the power to really hurt people, including yourself. When you use this instrument in a negative way, that's magic. Now I'll agree to magic. We create magic with this guy. Good magic and bad magic. Right before you're getting ready to say something today, is this good magic coming out? Or am I labeling, judging, and I'm about to pour some more bad magic into a world filled with it already? You have the choice. You have the power. You keep the portal closed, or you open it and spread goodness and kindness. Number 2, second agreement. Don't take anything personal. A guy comes on here this morning, calls me evil. 5 years ago, I get in an argument with him. What do you mean evil? I'm not evil. I'm going to just describe it. What do you, evil? Define evil. You're evil. No, I'm not evil. You're evil. Today, I saw what he said as a perfect statement. He was allowed to make it. He's allowed to say the things that he wants, and I don't respond personally. Now, if you're going to drive a wedge into my community, I'm going to ask you to leave the room. But that's it. You go live over there, and you continue to label, and you continue to judge, and you continue to live in a world that sees through the eyes that you were taught to see through. Have no expectations. Number 3 agreement, no expectations. Make no assumptions. I can't assume. I don't know where this guy came from. I don't know anything about him. I don't know why he would say that. And like the Tao, I don't care. Do your best. Do your best. Agreement number 4. You'll get better at everything you do every day if you do it more. You'll get better at everything you do every day if you do it more. Eyes of a baby, people. Look through those. Let me scroll you guys out of here. Thank you for today. Pop's getting all out of control over here. Oh, gosh darn, Pops, calm down. Good morning. Here we go. Jesus Christ in Australia. HP says he's perfectly imperfect. There you go. The kid's getting the handle. Turbo Munch. People who take shrooms are so easy to spot. Well, okay. That's a good thing. I don't mind. Spot me. Green Killer. Taylor, good morning. Nippy, we live a beautiful life, my girl. Pacey, thank you. I bet you're as handsome as anybody else. You gotta be. You're such a nice man. Jesus Christ, and Captain Obvious. Thank you again for yesterday. Can't wait to see you again soon. Herbie, Sarah Bear, you're perfect. Your hugs are perfect. You're a perfect stuffed animal. Sammy P, there he is. Turtle Lunch thinks I'm in an end-of-life crisis. No, I'm in a beginning-of-life celebration. That's where I am. Derek Anderson, the beauty industry's done so much to damage women, beautiful women, not thinking they're enough. So true. Barrett B. Hendricks says, Pops, no nose jobs. Derek and HB doing his best. Jesus Christ. Kimberly. There's my Kim. Nippy and Taylor. Free from desire, realize the mystery. Cotton desire, you see only the manifestations. Derek Anderson, Pops is on fire. Zozo LSD. Sammy P. Green Killer, Sarah Bear. Turbo Munch, Kim, Captain and Stuart Hughes. Good morning, Stu. Haven't seen you in a minute. It's good to see you. Sarah Bear and Derek and Jesus Christ in Australia. Trenty the Trenty Trenterson. Ronnie Real looking to have an exceptional day. Mike the Handsome Bunny Ball. Derek is casting positive spells. Turbo and Jesus Christ and Kim and HB and Green Killer. And who else do we have here? Who else? Mr. Phillips. And who else is here? Wazzy of the apologetic. Although I agree with you. I love apologetics, by the way. Lynette and HB and Taylor. And who else is here? Nippy. I love Nippy. Laura, you were good last night. You get back on that show, girl. We want to hear more from you. You were really good last night. If you guys haven't seen it, go check out the video on their file. Laura Devine live last night. HB Pacers, Derek, Jesus Christ Stewart, B. Hendricks. Who else do we have? Pidgey Page. Good morning, Paige. I got your donation. You're in the drawing tomorrow morning. Okay, I got all of your donations. We'll have that drawing tomorrow morning for the raffle. There's at least 3 big items we're giving out. Okay, if anybody still wants to get into the raffle, reach out to me or just send into the $10 to my account. All of the money, by the way, all of the money goes to Jolie, and Jolie's using it only for the purposes of taking care of her dog's extreme issues with the puppy's mouth. By the way, wait for this. Are we ready for this? We've raised, you ready for this? Since yesterday morning, you ready for this? Are you ready? We've raised, this group of beauty and goodness and kindness has raised $270 so far. In the snap of a hat. 270 cheeseburgers not being eaten out there. What? Wait a minute. Now you know why Pops is on fire. Every time he opened up his Cash App and looked, oh, there's another one. Killing the game, you guys. Go have a beautiful one. Remember to look through the eyes of a baby. Pops, peace, love, goodness, kindness. Yes, Herbie, raffle tickets are available all day today. Anybody that wants to send in a 10 spot today will be in the raffle tomorrow. Okay? Beautiful. Gosh, Pops, I'm running along every day now. I can't shut up. I'm on fire. I'm on fire, I tell ya. Have a great day. Who thinks Pops is going to have a great day? Give me 5 people before I go. Quick, quick, quick. How many people think Pops is going to have a great day? Look how I'm starting out. And I promised my best. I'm going to practice today looking through the eyes of a baby. I'm practicing. Eyes of a baby. Hey. Hey, I love you guys. I love everything. I can't judge anything because I haven't been conditioned yet. Oh, get out of here. Go have a great day. Baby eyes. Pops. Out.